One person can make a difference for sure, right? But when you have a group of people, right, it's special and it makes the world a difference. This is not as powerful as this.
Welcome back to the R Room. I am Ben Wiggins on behalf of Rice University, Rice Athletics, Rice Football this evening, and I'm here with Ryan Hall, the Associate Athletic Director for Development.
You got it.
And the bold leader of the Owl Club.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, man. Excited to be here. Excited to have you here.
Yeah, it is our pleasure, my friend. So, talk with us a little bit, and we traded some stories earlier today. But,
yeah, man.
But tell us a little bit about the journey that brought you to this seat right now.
Yeah, absolutely. So originally I'm from Richmond, Virginia area. I was a college preparatory high school AD and head wrestling coach for 9 years. Absolutely loved it, and just things were going really well, and I'm a competitive guy, and I felt like there was more out there. So came home to my wife, and we had 2 little ones at the time. Now we have 4. But I told her, I said, honey, I think there's more out there. She's like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
So I'm going to go be a Division I athletic director. And she didn't know what that had in store.
Right.
And so she's a nurse, very, very, my best friend, right? Great lady, very bright. And she had said to me, she was like, can you go to like Duke from here? And I said, no, not quite, right? Think of a military family I got to build up.
Right.
So long story short, we talked about it, we prayed about it, and she was like, all right, I believe in you, I support you. And so long story short, I got to Mayville, North Dakota. I was athletic director of a small state school on the eastern side of North Dakota. Absolutely loved it there, great people. And I was the AD there for about 3 years, and I want to continue to climb, right? And so then came down to Louisiana. I was associate AD at Northwestern State for about 1.5 years, which our athletic director, Tommy McClellan, is a graduate of. So my first interaction with him was when I'm trying to solicit a gift. How about that?
Yeah.
And then after 1.5 years, I was very lucky for Tanner Gardner to bring me on here, and I've been here for a little over a year.
That's fantastic. Talk a little bit about tonight's event. Like, what does this mean to you to be part of this celebration of the 2013 championship team? And as what's the feeling for you here?
Excitement, energy. This new R Room looks phenomenal.
Yeah.
So and that couldn't have happened without our supporters, right? So. When I hear the stories, right, when I see Coach Bailiff come up and talk about that 2013 team and how special it was here when he was here for 11 years,
right.
Getting to talk to these guys here, right, it's special. It's a tradition that they want to see not only back to the old days, so to speak, but even more so, better than that, right?
Yeah.
So I just felt a lot of excitement, a lot of people that love Rice and proud of Rice. That's one of the reasons I took this job, because I felt that energy, and feel very fortunate and blessed to be able to kind of help, not spearhead that, but be a small part of trying to get people on board and continue to move Rice athletics forward.
That's fantastic. What in your opinion is the stuff that needs to happen for the Owl Club in particular? Like what are the most important steps we need to take over the next year, 2 years, 5 years?
Absolutely. I think at the end of the day, I think that one person can make a difference for sure, right?
Yeah.
But when you have a group of people, right, it's special and it makes the world a difference. This is not as powerful as this, right? So getting people on board, the first thing is showing up, right? I don't care if it's coming to games, coming to events like these, if you're a former football player. We have all types of events for all of our athletics throughout the year, but one is showing up, and then 2 is being invested, however that looks. And it looks different for different people. But I strongly believe that you get everybody rolling on the same page. One of my favorite books, Good to Great, right?
Oh, yeah.
You got to have a great driver, right? It's also on the energy bus, right?
Sure.
But you got to have the right people on the bus.
Yep.
And we have the right people at Rice. We got to make sure they're getting on the bus and moving in the right direction. And when that happens, it's going to snowball. It's already started.
Yeah.
We got a great leader in President DeRoche, and Tommy coming on with his vision is so exciting. And the Owl Club supports all of our student athletes. So, whether it's $100 all the way up to the top, we need people to come on board and support our student athletes for that experience, not only for when they're here, but when they're in their shoes down the road as well.
Absolutely. And then I guess, so going into tomorrow, going into the big game tomorrow.
Big one.
I guess what are you most excited to see right away happening here?
Well, I'm going to be a little bit selfish in the fact this is my first year as the football administrator, so I've gotten a great chance to connect with Coach Bloom, some of his staff, and the players. So I can't wait to be down there and supporting them in every way that I can. But tomorrow, I've only been in Houston for a little over a year, but I know what tomorrow brings, right? Little bragging rights.
Absolutely.
I don't care, Big 12, AAC, whatever it is. It's the battle for Houston,
Sure.
and I saw how hard these kids work in the offseason, how hard our coaches work in preseason and that type of thing. So just excited to see them compete at a high level, and I think we're in store for a great game, and hopefully look up and that scoreboard's the way we want it, because I know it's going to be a great crowd tomorrow as well.
Absolutely, without a doubt. Ryan, anything else you'd like to share in terms of what people can do in terms of getting involved right away? What step would you like them to take right now?
Yeah, I mean, as far as getting involved right away, like I said, showing up's the biggest thing. And to donate, you can always go to riceowlclub.com and make a donation that supports all of our student athletes across the board. But the train is coming, and we got great leadership. So you can be involved in so many ways. Reach out to me, rh71@rice.edu, okay. Or give me a call. My office line's there on the web, and let's get this thing going. But it can only go so far without bringing everybody on board. It's
Absolutely.
a special place. I think, honestly, academically and athletically, it's one of, if not the top place in America. So let's get it going.
Absolutely. Ryan, we really appreciate your time. Thanks for coming to speak with us.
Awesome. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you.
Go Owls.
Go Owls.